Hi guys, it's Grandma again. How are you today? Everybody doing good? I hope so. It's nice and sunny here in Grandma's home, and Grandma's going to read you a new story today. And today's story is this the House of Mistress Mouse? Everybody sitting down? You know Grandma likes you to sit down to listen to her stories. So hurry up, sit down, be quiet, so Grandma can begin, okay? All right, let's do it. This is the house of Mr. Mouse. He lived all alone and he was very lonely. One day, he received a letter from Mistress Mouse. The letter said, "Dear Mr. Mouse, I am very lonely too. Will you please come and visit me? Love and kisses, Mistress Mouse." Mr. Mouse said to himself, "I would very much like to visit Mistress Mouse, but I don't know where she lives. However, I will just have to get into my little car and go look for her." So he got in his little car and he started driving down the road, going to look for Mistress Mouse. "There is a house just up ahead," said Mr. Mouse. "Perhaps that is where Mistress Mouse lives." He drove up, got out of his little car, walked up to the door. He knocked on the door. "Is this the house of Mistress Mouse?" he asked. Mr. Mouse was very frightened, for that was the house of the house of Mr. Cat. "What a cute little mouse," thought Mr. Cat as he watched him speed away in his car. "I wonder why he was so frightened." But Mr. Mouse knew better than to go into Mr. Cat's house, didn't he? Soon, he came to a bright red barn. He knocked on the barn door. It was the house of Cut. It was the house of Mrs. Hen and her baby chicks. "Please don't bother me. I am teaching my chicks to scratch," she said. And so, Mr. Mouse got in his car and kept on going until he came to a big castle house. He knocked on the castle door. It was the castle of Roar, the castle house of Mr. Lion. He was in a very bad temper because he had a very bad toothache. Mr. Mouse raced away as fast as he could go, got in his car, and sped off. Finally, he came to a cute little house on a lovely country lane. He knocked on the pretty yellow door. "Is this the house of Mistress Mouse?" he asked. The door slowly opened. Sure enough, it was the house of Mistress Mouse. Mistress Mouse was so happy to see him, and Mr. Mouse was so happy to see her. "Will you marry me so that we will never again be lonely?" asked Mr. Mouse. "Why, yes," said Mistress Mouse. And so they were married by Preacher Mole. Mr. Mouse gave Mistress Mouse a golden wedding ring with a bright diamond on top. And from that day on, they were never lonely. They went on picnics, they took rides in the country, they went rowing on the lake. And then one night, after they had finished their supper, they heard something. It was a tiny squeak, squeak, squeak coming from the bedroom. What do you suppose that was squeaking? It was their baby. He wanted to be kissed goodnight. Good night, Daddy Mouse. Mwah. Good night, Mommy Mouse. Mwah. Good night, Baby Mouse. Good night. Did you like that story? Did you like the story of the little mouse? It had a happy ending? Well, Grandma hopes you like it. And I'll read you another story very soon, okay? Grandma loves you. Mwah.